little adventurers. Grandpa Mike here. Ready for another magical tale? Do you remember when Inky, Pinky, and Ponky solved the mystery of the jelly beans? Oh, what fun they had uncovering the secret behind the colors and the flavors of those magical beans. Tonight's story is just as exciting. It's about a treasure hunt, but not just any treasure hunt. This one happens in a glowing cave at night. So get comfy and let's begin. It all began on a starry night in the meadow where Inky, Pinky, and Ponky loved to play. They were gazing at the twinkling constellations when something unusual happened. A firefly, brighter than any they'd ever seen, zipped around in circles, then stood in midair as if waiting for them to follow. Inky, do you see that? Asked Pinky, her eyes wide with wonder. I do. It's glowing so brightly, said Inky. Ponky, always curious, stretched his whiskers. Maybe it's trying to tell us something. The firefly darted towards the edge of the forest, where the trio spotted a small glittering map pinned to an old oak tree. The map glowed faintly in the moonlight. Beneath it, words shimmered. Follow the light, be clever and brave. The treasure awaits in the glowing cave. Wow. The friends exchanged excited looks. A treasure hunt, Pinky exclaimed. We have to do it. Okay. But at night, Ponky asked, his nose twitching nervously. Don't worry, Ponky, Inky said, patting his back. We'll stick together like we always do. With the map in paw, they began their nighttime journey. The glowing map led them through the enchanted forest, where fireflies lit their path like tiny little lanterns. The air hummed with the chirping of crickets and the soft rustle of leaves. As they walked, the friends noticed glowing mushrooms along the trail. This must mean we're on the right track, said Pinky, pointing to a cluster of mushrooms that seemed to light up as they passed. Wow, that's magic. Soon they reached a fork in the path. The map had a riddle written on it. If you seek the treasure's glow, choose the path where water flows. They stopped to think. Ponky listened closely and heard the faint sound of water trickling to their right. It must be this way, he said, leading them down the correct path. The path ended up at the entrance to a cave, its mouth surrounded by glittering vines. Inside, the wall shimmered with faint bluish-green light. It was breathtaking, absolutely amazing and beautiful. This is just too amazing, Inky whispered, his eyes wide. As they ventured deeper, the glow intensified. Tiny glowworms dotted the ceiling like the stars in the night sky. The trio paused to admire the beauty. Suddenly, the glowworms began to move, arranging themselves into patterns. What are they doing? Asked Ponky. "They're showing us the way," Pinky said excitedly. The glowworms formed an arrow pointing to a narrow passage. The narrow passage opened into a larger chamber. In the center was a glowing pool of water, and floating above it was a shimmering chest. But the chest was protected by a magical lock. Beside the pool was another riddle. This is a what I am riddle. Okay, so listen carefully. To open the chest and claim the prize, answer the riddle and be wise. A glow in the night, but fade in the day, guiding travelers along their way. What am I? The friends huddled together to think. It has to be something that glows at night, Inky said. Maybe a lantern, suggested Pinky. Ponky shook his head. No, it says it fades during the day. What about a star? That's close, but stars don't guide travelers on the ground, Inky replied. Then his face lit up. I've got it! Fireflies, they glow at night and help light the way. Inky stepped forward and said confidently, the answer to the riddle of who am I is a firefly. The chest glowed brightly, okay, and just got brighter and brighter. And the lock clicked open. But instead of a treasure, they found another glowing map inside. The new map led them to the deepest part of the cave, where the air was cool and the silence was profound. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, and on it lay a small glowing stone. As the trio approached, a soft voice filled the chamber. It said, "The treasure you seek is close. But first, one last challenge. Only those who work together may succeed." 3 puzzles appeared on the pedestal. A sliding puzzle, a memory game, and a maze. Each friend chose a puzzle to solve. Inky, who was quick-witted, solved the sliding puzzle in no time. Pinky, with her sharp memory, breezed through the memory game. Ponky, though nervous, used his steady paws to guide a tiny glowing ball through the maze. When all 3 puzzles were completed, the pedestal began to glow. The glowing stone split into 3 pieces, one for each friend. "This is the treasure?" Ponky asked, holding his piece. The voice spoke again. "The true treasure is not gold or jewels. It's the bond of friendship, teamwork, and the memories you create together." The voice continued, "Keep these stones as a reminder of your adventure." As they left the cave, the friends felt proud and happy. "Even though we didn't find gold, I think this was the best treasure ever," said Pinky. "We worked together, solved riddles, and saw amazing things," Inky added. "And we'll always have these glowing stones to remember it by," Ponky said, holding his piece up to the moonlight. The trio walked home under the stars, their glowing stones lighting the way. They had learned that greatest treasures aren't things. They are the moments shared with friends and the lessons learned along the way. And that's the end of the glow in the dark treasure hunt. My little adventurers, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, the least treasures in life aren't found in chests. They're found in the friendships you and I make, the challenges we overcome, and the memories we create. Okay. Sleep well and dream of your own magical adventures. And don't forget to say good night to mom and dad and a big thank you to them for being your parents. And click on the next link soon. Good night.